Does it just seem impossible to lose weight after you hit 50s and 60s? I hear it called menopause belly, slowed metabolism, and everything in between. But I'm here to tell you it's totally possible because I did it. And I want to share my secrets with you. I'm Denise Kennedy at TotalWellnessAcademy.com. I'm a nutritionist, so I knew full well what to eat to achieve better health and weight loss. So why couldn't I lose my extra 50 pounds of weight until I was in my 60s? Well, I promised you some of the secrets, so here we go. Secret 1, age isn't an issue unless you make it one. And if you think you are too old to achieve a right-sized body and be your healthiest you ever, then I would have to say we have to really work on changing your thought process and to get you in touch with your deepest heart desire. I'm saying that because at 68, I still want to look great in clothes and love shopping and try on new outfits and feel wonderful about myself. I'm not aiming to be Twiggy or a runway model, just my best version of me. I want to show up in the world with a vibrant confidence and strength. And I can tell you, when I'm in control of my food, my whole life is better. I'm more powerful and effective in every way. So don't let your age stop you from dreaming and becoming. Secret 2. This might sound so simple that you don't give it much credence, but don't be fooled. This is one of the most important decisions you'll make, and it was by far the most impactful decision I ever made. Learn who you are. Decide to become an expert on yourself. To do this, dig into self-study courses, personal development programs. Your whole life is spent with you. The more self-aware you are, the more you can achieve permanent change for the better. About 10 years ago, I started taking courses on topics that were hindering my life, and I wanted to change. Things that were so discouraging to me, and weight was one of them. These courses opened my eyes and my mind and gave me a new awareness as to why I would choose to do the same things over and over again, getting the same unwanted results. So secret 2 is search out the totally available self-education courses that help develop you to be the best you. Later, I'll tell you about a course that I actually created because of the incredible impact other courses have had on my life. Secret 3, diets don't work. That may sound sad, but if they did work, none of us would have weight issues. When I start a diet, it's about the food. What I'm going to eat, when I'm going to eat it, put this food in, take this one out. One of my favorite sayings that Dr. Phil used to say in the old days, it's not what you're eating, it's what's eating you. A diet never addressed my relationship with food, and I do mean relationship. I went to food for just about everything. Love and acceptance and avoidance and boredom and loneliness, you name it. Food was my drug of choice to help me numb out. Now don't get me wrong, food choices, time of day to eat, hormone balancing, all are important factors, but not the only factors. If I were just overeating when I sat down for a meal, I could weigh and measure my food and that would have given me the success I was looking for. Or if I were eating high caloric foods, I just could have changed my food choices and it would have changed my end result. But neither of those were my issue in and of itself. So instead of starting a new diet next Monday, take a different path. And we'd love to have you join us on our Facebook page at Total Wellness Academy private group. And this is our private Facebook group where we offer support and discuss all things weight and wellness. Secret 4, if you're not hungry, then food isn't the answer. I'm not sure I even knew what feeling hungry was. I was eating meals, snacking in between, drinking tea or coffee just to be doing something. My hunger mechanism was never even able to get fired up. And this is why in my course I address body, mind, and spirit and the interconnectedness of them. I was using food to bury emotions and feelings that I just didn't want to deal with. It was painful and it was a lot of work. It was so much easier to eat. So then, guess what? I'd start a new diet. And it was handling everything but the main thing. It left out the key ingredient of awareness. Aware of just how tied I was to using food for my comfort and protection. So my attempts at dieting always gave me the same result. It worked for a hot minute. But bottom line, it was just another program, another way to fix my food instead of fixing what was eating at me. You know, every time I start and stop a diet, it's making an impression on my inner self. It made me not trust myself. I was making commitments that I knew in the back of my mind I wasn't going to keep. And my new term for this is a non-stick diet. It's the diet that just doesn't stick. Because of my own struggles in this area, I wanted to put together a course and a coaching program that would offer foundational information, the building blocks of learning how to get the life you really want. Food choices and eating correctly, mind awareness and thinking correctly, and spirit. Oh, your sweet soul. In Genesis, it says, you and I were made in the image of God. You can't get more perfect than that. So remember, look deeper. If you aren't hungry, then food isn't the answer. Secret 5. Who are you listening to? We all have internal voices or parts of us. Whether you recognize the voices or hear the excuses in your head or just plain don't want to think about it, believe me, you've got parts that are speaking to you. This is where things can get really confusing when an actual battle is taking place in the mind. One part wants so badly to get control over this eating issue, and another part just says, oh, but you've had such a rough day. You deserve this treat. Then I feel shame and discouragement. I feel like a failure. Can you relate to this? These voices don't mean we're crazy. They mean we're normal. And there is a solution. Why don't you set up a call with me and let's talk. Let's see if this is the right coaching program for you. We've helped so many people through weekly coaching calls. And it's also very likely that when there is one issue, like being frustrated with being overweight, it usually bleeds over into other areas of life. And then life in general can get unhappy and frustrating. So join me to start developing that vibrant, healthy life that you have a right to. Contact me today. So in summary, losing weight isn't an age thing. Become an expert on you. Don't start another diet without addressing the thoughts behind your food choices. And Learn about your inner parts and why they seem to be sabotaging your efforts. Thanks for listening. I hope you'll take action today. Make the call. Let's talk.